And we're going on now to the coast to East Quantock's Head. Now this is a fantastic, beautiful little village. That is a man-made pond. And all I can tell you is that a friend of mine, his name's Jed West. Oh, it's a bit windy, isn't it? Let's have some music back, I think. Took his wife, Jed and Anne, and the two boys, Matthew and Sol. I can't remember whether their parents went as well or not. But it's just a tiny little village, approximately, well, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile from the cliffs dropping down into the sea. There's so many beautiful thatched cottages, a little brook running down the side of the narrow lane that leads into the village, and then you walk across the fields to the cliffs, and just fascinating, beautiful, peace, tranquility. I think spring's a wonderful time when you've got primroses growing out the sides of the hedgerows up these narrow lanes. You've got daffodils growing out the tops of walls, and wonderful time of the year. To my delight, when we got home from this weekend, it's been so warm that we've got frog spawn in our pond. Well, we're now setting off down the lane which goes into open fields, although fenced off, to go to the cliff top. And this, believe it or not, is somebody's garden. That incidentally is a castle type or church type building that is totally private. You can't go and have a look round there, unfortunately. So we'll go down onto the beach. We call this a beach, but it's not a beach really. It's just layers upon layers of rock, solid rock, like a huge block rock wall 20 feet high that's been pushed over on the beach. That's the only way I can explain it. And you can see how, when you look at the cliffs, how this has happened and how it's all eroded. These were the only other people on the beach, but they gave us the opportunity to film them in front of the rocks or the cliff face, and that then gives you some idea of how high the cliffs were. Not fantastically high, but look at all the rocks jutting out of the cliff face. Look at the different layers of the cliff face, and then you'll see what's on the beach. Well, hello me lovely beautiful people. There's Ernie and I out again. We're in Somerset. We're at East Quantoch's Head, and I found out about this lovely spot and this lovely village through Jed and Anne and Matthew and Sol, because they walked down here one summer's day and did some filming, and I thought what a wonderful peaceful place to visit. So here we are on the 17th of March, and can you believe it? And just look at these cliffs. It's just unbelievable.
I know.
Absolutely and what we're standing on looks like a giant wall about, what, 20 feet high that a giant has actually pushed over.
Probably has.
And flattened it, but it's all stayed in more or less one piece. It's just amazing. Anyway, stay with us. No telling what else you'll see during this weekend.
There you go.
Well, I just spotted these. There's a, I don't know what they're called. I think the one in the bottom there beneath the water is a clam, I think. Or that's a clam. I'm not into fish at all. But very interesting nevertheless. All part of the beauty of Mother Earth.
Well, of course that is a limpet, isn't it? You can't think of it at the time when you're filming.
Actually put the camera on these. This is what I said was like a giant wall that had been pushed over. You can see the size of it. You've only got to look at Ernie, you know, and look at the size of these. I'll call them bricks, but they're like blocks. I mean, these are not man-made. This is all natural stuff. This is, and it's just incredible, I think.
Similar to the Giant's Causeway, isn't it? Same sort of principle.
I don't know. I've never been on the Giant's Causeway.
Well, they're the same. They're giant.
Well, you can see how calm it is. As I keep saying, this is the 17th of March. It's as calm, the sea is, and in the distance there is that huge piece, predometry I think they call that, something like that. Sticking out to sea is Minehead, and if you can see a white, in fact what I'll do, I'll pull into that. Now you might just be able to see something white in about the centre of the picture. That is where Minehead is, and that is where we are staying tonight. And can you see smoke?
Yeah, what's there?
That is the West Somerset Railway.
Is it?
Okay, and we're hoping that we'll spend a day on the railway, maybe tomorrow if the weather is kind enough. So we're going to make our way now back towards the village, and we might even have a cup of tea.
Yeah, let's have a cup of tea.
Well, these are now natural sounds. These are the young sheep. Well, they're not that young, must have been born quite early, and they were coming under the gate and trying to escape. Ernie and two ladies were sort of shooing them back.
All right, all right.
They know how to do it.
Oh yeah, they've been out
And there's the
before.
black one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You trying to escape? Hey, are you? You all trying to escape? Are you?
When I said, are you trying to escape, it was as if they went, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, that's one of the signposts that's taken us back to the village of East Quantoch's Head, where we shall have a sweeping view of the pond when we've walked back up this lane. Look at the lovely birds.